Yeah, so when I write,
Is this an important time?
What is music? Some may say that's a dumb thing to ask, and I can't blame you. I thought the same. Till one day, I found out something. I found out that that same answer was gatekeeping me in my progress. And I'm afraid that it's doing the same for you. Written on the other side of this paper is the truth about what music actually is. And today, I'm gonna show you not only what that is, but a step-by-step guide on how to use it to your advantage. But first off, I need to tell you how I found this out and why it was ruining me for so long. I've been making music since I was 13 years old. I was self-taught and frankly, I had no idea what I was doing, but I liked it. Not because I was good at it, because it was kind of fun. I made beats and honestly, I was proud of myself. They were not great, but there was something. And I saw that something as, well, progress. Something that I didn't know I can do. As time passed, the now reality started to set in. Making good quality music actually became important. Won't you guess it? This was around the time that I released my first song on Spotify, which only really amplified that even more. But because of that, I started doing all these things. I switched to FL Studio, I started learning all this theory. I was constantly improving. I was even making shorts about it. And after 6 months of that, my music was good, but it was not great. There was still something missing. A bit after that time, I started developing my first crush. Because you know, it's that time of age. I'm 16, that's what happens. Anyway, that happened, and suddenly, guess what? I wanted to make a song about it. Yeah, like absolutely every musician ever does. And well, I said, fuck it, I will make a song about it. I wrote the song. I didn't just compose it, I wrote it this time with lyrics and shit. I made the lyrics, I made the instrumental, which was best so far, and I actually did try vocals. So sadly it didn't finish because I have to record this, and I got this from AliExpress. But I realized something while I was making that. I realized what music was all about, because I wasn't just writing a song, I was writing a story. Music is storytelling. For you click off saying, oh, I already knew that, fuck you. I want to show you this bad boy. Written on this is basically the blueprint on how to use it to your advantage. Because even with many of you knowing that, you didn't really use it, did you? You're just, okay. Now I'm going to guide you on how to use it. Step 1 is to recall your stories. Preferably you should choose ones that most define you, as to set an idea of you to the audience, but this can be avoidable later on. Right, so if you're similar to me, you likely struggle with this part, with recalling your stories, and it's not your fault. We live in a world where there is constant noise entering our conscious, but I don't want to get too political about it. Here are 3 ways that I use to help with just that. First option is to go for a walk. Plain and simple, nothing much there. Take some time, but like, it's just nice in general. Unless it's 35 degrees outside Celsius, you fucking American. Then yeah, you should probably think about it a bit, you know. Think about it. A second way is a bit controversial, and that is to meditate. Yes, the wooey gooey thing Buddhas do. Look, I'm not here to debate if it cleanses your soul or not, but I just gonna say it works for what we need it to. Plus it takes the least amount of time of these 3, like 10-15 minutes, which is really nice. Alright, so third option, if you don't want to do either of those, is to just unplug for a bit. Turn off your phone, turn off your PC, get your damn earphones out of your ears, just sit for like half an hour to an hour. I do this myself sometimes just because it's nice to do that. Definitely consider it. Now let's get to step 2. That is to write it as a story. Once it was said that every minute you spend in planning, you save 10 in execution. This is basically that. You're writing a story to have as a blueprint to when you're writing your lyrics. The biggest problem which I had when writing my lyrics was I had no system. I was just winging it. This, well, stops that and gives you a system to go off of. Like, you can even get some help from ChatGPT, but like, it's kinda iffy. The third step is to write your lyrics before your instrumental. Producers, beat makers, you can, I'll talk specially for you, this doesn't stand for you. You don't have to make the vocals before the instrumental, but make the lyrics, write them down. Why? Lyrics plus the melody are your story. They are the point that you're trying to get across with your song. Making the instrumental first is something well like changing your amplifier before you even plug in your guitar. It's probably gonna need some rebalancing, and it's best just you do it the other way around. And that is your 3-step program with it. Okay, now my producer friends, I know your deal. You either A, get your vocals from Splice, that's me by the way, or B, you don't get vocals and just sell your beats, which that's cool too. I have a lot of friends like that. If you get your vocals from Splice, it's well pretty simple. You just get the Splice bridge plugin and you just put in vocals and see what works. Or like you can get your vocals first and do around that. There isn't really a wrong way to do that. Now for the beat make friends, I did try making beats a few times, and the one issue I came into most is the arrangement. So my tip to you is to find a song that's similar to the beat you're making and get those vocals, get an acapella or whatever, and plop them into your song. Now when you arrange, you can have kind of a template to go off of. And now I think with all of this, your next song is gonna be pretty fire. Especially if you subscribe, and definitely. But unless you know how to promote it, it probably won't get any attention. So if you want to get my take on promoting your music, click on the screen right now where I tell you exactly that. Alright, love you, bye bye bye. Ooh la la, ooh la la.